Okay, we got it going. So, my name is Missy. This is my very first Periscope, and the only reason I'm doing this is because of a great lady I want to tell you about. Her name is Julian Kaganda, and I just finished listening to her scope, and she was so awesome. I was just sitting in the hot tub, and I wanted to listen to something, so I kind of just picked one, and she was super energetic and super lovable right from the get-go. So I first off want to suggest go follow Julian Kaganda. Um, she mainly is like a business brander, so even if you're not in business, I feel like this is the only scope I listened to her, but she was so attractive that I just feel like I'm going to listen to her regardless. But I think that if you are in business, she's going to have a lot of great tips for you. And her tips today were about scoping and the 7 reasons that you're not getting more followers on Scope, which I thought is funny because, one, I have 1 follower on Scope. And it's kind of funny because you think, well, why do I want to Periscope when I don't have any followers? And so I've been putting off scoping for a really long time, ever since scoping came about. So I thought, I always had a ton of excuses. But let me first, before I get onto my excuses, I want to tell you what I do. So I'm the owner of Second Wind Fitness. I'm branching into online work and writing some Kindle books, fitness and nutrition Kindle books. I've been in fitness for over 20 years. My husband built me a gym here at my own property about 2 years ago, so that I could kind of start working just solely on my own, and it's been amazing. And so in the last 2 years, we've kind of started getting into some online business and things and dabbling and mostly learning, so we're kind of like an online college. So I guess technically it's a hobby because we haven't really earned any money online, but that'll come. So it's been a lot of fun learning about the marketing and everything. But what I want to say is that as today I was listening to Julian Kaganda's scope, I was thinking, I have a ton of excuses for why I haven't started scoping, which I'm about to tell you. And I started comparing that to all the fitness excuses that I hear or I can see without my clients necessarily telling me what their excuse is. I can hear that excuse coming through their talk. So some of my excuses were, well, let's just start with today's excuse. So this morning I had to get my kids to school and pick up some other kids and drop them off, and I had to try to squeeze in an appointment at the blood lab to get some blood drawn. On the way there I got a train, so I was waiting, so I was late, so I was feeling kind of rushed, and then I had a chiropractic appointment to get to at 8:40, and then so I did that, and while I'm at the chiropractic, your face is like this. So I got home and I was listening to Julie, and I'm like, oh, my makeup's smeared everywhere, and probably only have half of it on right now, and so I was thinking of those excuses that you have to look great and perfect and all of that. And then I realized, no, because I work out for a living. I wear makeup every day, but not that much. I don't really glam it up all that much, so that's just being real. So I figure I need to just scope in the way that I live real life, and if I'm wearing workout clothes, that's what it is. So because that kind of makes sense. But for some reason today, I just realized that I've been making a lot of excuses for why not to scope. And the funny thing is, the one excuse that keeps coming up is I always have these neat things to say and share when I'm not wearing makeup, or I'm out for a walk, or my hair's got all these little frizzy things going on the side. So I realized those are just lame excuses. So I decided even if I have no watchers today at all, I'm still going to scope. Because Julian said if we followed her, she would follow us, and she would quit watching if we had crappy scopes. So I'm going to try to provide a little more than just an intro today for you. I just wanted to kind of make that comparison of what I was using to hold me back. It was just simple, silly excuses and fear. You think, oh, I feel pretty stupid talking to this phone right now when I see the little guy in the corner. So right down there, that little head tells you how many people are watching, and it says 1, which is probably just me right now. If it's more than just me, let me know, say hello. So I know you're out there. So, but that's okay, because pretty soon that little guy right there is going to show 2, and then maybe 10, and then maybe more. And the message that I want to be sharing is mainly fitness, nutrition, and motivation. And I have seen over the last 20 plus years of being in the fitness industry these great revelations that people make. They don't even expect to learn the things about themselves and about their body and overcoming things that they never expected when they walked in my door. Usually when they walk through my door, they want to get rid of some fat. Maybe they want more energy, they want to start eating better, and they just feel kind of squishy and blobby and just kind of yucky about themselves. Maybe they haven't spent enough time taking care of themselves, or they want to get over some injuries. But usually what happens in a short period of time after they get started, they start realizing all these awesome benefits that they're getting from training and learning how to train properly. Because they're getting farther in their fitness program, they're also, they learn things about their mental strength, the things that, things like not wanting to come into the gym but still doing it anyway, and then giving themselves a pat on the back for that. That's a huge step. It's hard for a lot of people to get to the gym, and fortunately my gym is kind of a very private setting, so there's not a lot of that external, intimidation of other people in the gym. But that's a real thing. And if I can help people get over that intimidation through this Periscope, then, not this one, but Periscopes in general, then that makes me feel like if they can take one step into the gym because they got over their fear of the judgment that's out there, and put their own benefits over that, then that's awesome. Then scoping is worth it. Scoping to one person today is worth it. So, some of the other things that I see benefits of people that they earn when they come into the gym are they have way more energy. Usually about 3 weeks in, they start feeling like they're stronger. They kind of start feeling their muscles kind of poking out a little bit, and they love that. That keeps them going. But I think in general, just their energy, most of them say they start sleeping better, which contributes to their higher energy level, but also just the act of exercising. Others are they just start feeling better about themselves. They're more positive and happy, and they never walk in the door thinking, I want to be more positive. I want to be more happy. I mean, they don't think that directly, but it happens. I'll tell you one of the coolest things one of the coolest benefits, I guess, that I've realized with clients is one of my clients was pretty overweight. She was, one of her goals was to learn how to get off the ground without that, tripod, I was going to say 4-point stance, but that's technique. It's a quad pod stance where you put your feet up and then you put your hands on the ground and raise your butt in the air. And she wanted to get up off the ground like other people do. So one day she was at the pool with her kids, and she's got a lot of kids. And this is a woman that has given her life for kids, other people's kids. And she's really just kind of put all her focus on other people. So it was, number one, very cool for her to come and seek a trainer at the gym. So she was at the pool, some other person's child fell in the water, and she just jumped up, jumped in the water. She's a good swimmer, and she saved that child. And she called me that night and was just so emotional and cried because she never realized how important being able to get up off the ground, I'm about to start crying here, but how important getting off the ground was for any, she just thought it was just something she wanted, but it turns out she was able to save a child's life. And as I said before, her whole life has been about raising foster kids and giving herself to other people. And so that's a pretty awesome benefit of exercise, one that somebody wouldn't normally think of. So what I'm hoping to do with scopes is I'm going to try. I'm a very structured person, and that is because I feel like I have this motto. I didn't come up with it. Actually, Benjamin Franklin came up with it, and we all know he was super smart. So the motto is fail to plan, plan to fail. So what I'm going to plan to do is I'm going to plan to do scopes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I don't have a specific time of day I'm going to scope, but if there's a time of day you want, let me know. Probably when I have time to do makeup, something like that. Maybe clean my kitchen, see. So I think that Monday will be Motivation Monday, Wednesday will be Workout Wednesday, and Friday will be, wow, I had an idea for Friday. It started with an F because it kind of is a theme, and I'm really about themes, and now I can't remember. So I think it was probably Fitness Friday, but that was Workout Wednesday. So I don't remember. Oh, it was Foodie Friday. That's right. We were going to talk about food. We're going to talk about food on Friday. So, speaking of kitchen, I'm about to get a kitchen remodel any month here. So as soon as that's done, I'm going to be very excited to be doing some cooking in the kitchen, some prep tips. Speaking of prep tips, I have a book that I wrote about meal prep for success. If you want to check that out, that's at www.secondwindfitness, and that second is with a 2, the number 2, ND, windfitness.net. If you go to my website and you click on the tab that says books, you'll see 2 downloadable books. They're free right now. And the first one is a sugar detox, a 10-day sugar detox. You can jump in on that if you want to. You'll get 10 days of a guided sugar detox. The second book down is the Prep for Success book, and that goes into all the description of how I food prep for a week. it gives you some variety in your food, so you're not just prepping chicken and broccoli for an entire week, because most people can't handle eating like that. Some people can, and that's awesome, but that's not me, and that is not my family. So if you want to download those, feel free. They're free right now. I'm eventually maybe going to be charging for some of those books, but that's where I will be posting my books until they get on Kindle. So yes, Monday's going to be motivation. Wednesday's going to be workout in the gym. I'll take you on a little tour of the gym on Wednesday. And Friday is going to be Foodie Friday. So we'll talk about some snacks and different things like that. So I love any input that you have on those kinds of topics that you want to see. You can leave me a comment on my website as well. I'm also at Second Wind Fitness on Facebook. So you can join the crowd at Facebook, because I post things there all the time to keep you fit and healthy and motivated. So let me just wrap this up and tell you what 3 tricks that I use with my clients. I don't know, I'll say tricks, but they're techniques that make them most effective, and I'm using these on myself today. So one is getting rid of excuses, because I just sat here and listed all my lame excuses for you. And so I had a heavy review today that I was full of tons of excuses why I shouldn't scope, because I'm just not ready and it's just not perfect. So it doesn't matter. I'm still scoping. So I got rid of my excuses. I have set a plan, Monday, Wednesday, Friday plan, because prepare to plan or fail to plan to fail. I know it works. It works in all areas of life, and to me, I don't think I could function without a plan, personally. I always feel like the days I have a plan are the days that are most successful and most productive and most happy, because when I'm productive, I'm happy, and if I'm happy, everybody else around me is happy. So, and the other one is accountability. I'm here blobbing this out to you right now because I'm holding myself accountable by telling other people. And I'll tell you what, as a trainer, I'm always accepting accountability from other people, but I don't really have anybody to keep me accountable. So Periscope is now going to keep me accountable. I also want to tell you one more time about Julian Kaganda. I just want to say thank you to Julian Kaganda, and I hope she follows, and I hope she gets some great fitness tips from me, because I got some amazing tips about Periscope from her, and she was just super lively and entertaining. I don't really care what she has to say. She's so entertaining, I just keep watching her. So, and she gave a lot of value. It wasn't just a bunch of fluff, but she was very much of a brightening to my day. So, thank you, Julian. I hope you watch, and I hope you comment, and I hope you let me know you're here, and I hope all of you, 2 of you, because right there's 2. And one thing that Julian told me today, you can share this Periscope, and I would love it if you did, because I know that the information I'm going to share with you 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, are things that will help all people. And the people I guess I want to say I want to help the most are the people that are scared to get started. Just like I was scared to get started on Periscope. I'm extremely confident in the fitness and nutrition world, and that doesn't scare me, but I know it scares a ton of people. And I think if people could sit at home and listen to fitness tips and start to learn, because I do a lot of educating, kind of a sciencey girl, so if they could sit at home and learn and get over the fear, I feel like the knowledge is power. Pretty typical statement, but I think it's really, really true. I think there's a lot of scary things out there for us in the fitness world. We look at a magazine, we see one thing, we turn a page, we see another thing, and we get very confused about what to do. So I'm going to hope to clear those up, always being able to answer questions for you, because I want you to get in the right direction in the fitness realm. So, so please share the scope, so I have more than 2 people watching. So the way you can do that is I believe if you're on an iPhone, if you swipe from left to right, information about me will come up, and you can hit the share button. You can share it with, I haven't played with that too much, but I think you can share with friends on Facebook. I think if you even tap the little guy, somehow there's some sharing, but I'll figure that out and I'll share it with you. So anyway, don't want to take up too much more of your day. I just want to share with you that there's a phrase, and I'm going to probably strangle it here, but it's really good. So getting a product or a scope or a fitness plan or whatever out there is better than the perfect plan that lays undone. So you can spend your whole life perfecting your hair, your makeup, and your kitchen for your scope, but if it lays there undone, it's of no use. So let me just leave you with that, is that I'm going to figure out how that phrase really goes, because I butchered it, but it's a good phrase. So the perfect plan undone is better than an imperfect plan that's done. I think that works. So anyway, all right. Thank you too for joining me. Share with your friends so that we have some more people, and make some comments next time. So feel free to ask questions. Thanks a lot, and bye-bye. I think I'm going to stop this broadcast as soon as I figure this out.